Well, joining us now is food media specialist Charmaine Broughton, and she's brought to you this week by Mushrooms Canada. And we're going to be talking about the benefits of blending mushroom and beef, but I want to know more about what blend and extend is.
Yes, blend and extend. Well, it's one of my favorite cooking methods as a home cook.
Okay.
So what it is it's combining two local ingredients, Canadian mushrooms and Ontario beef. So just a neat little thing, like if you were to say, oh, well, how do I know the mushrooms in my grocery store are Canadian? Well, here's a really neat fact. All fresh mushrooms that you purchase at grocery stores across Canada are grown right here in Canada. And actually 54% of those mushrooms are grown right here in Ontario, which is even better, right? So even in the middle of winter, if you go to a grocery store on a Wednesday afternoon and you see those fresh mushrooms like the portobello mushrooms and the white button and the cremini, all grown right here, chances are in Ontario. And then we're incorporating as well the Ontario beef. So what blend and extend is we're taking, ideally for this method, the cremini or the white mushroom, and we're chopping it up. You can do it by hand or in a food processor. And then we're combining it with and blending it with, Ontario ground beef. First and foremost, right off the bat, one of the reasons why I love this method as a mom is it automatically puts an extra serving of veggies on your plate, right? Which, as moms, we all want our kids to eat more vegetables. And it adds a volume to the dish, right? Because which also extends the portion, which ding, 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 helps you save some money as well. And as feeding two teenage boys, at the end of the week, that's all I really want to do is save some money on my groceries.
Is your fridge ever actually full?
Oh, no. It's why I'm at the grocery store like at least once a day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know the kids come home and my daughters come home, their boyfriends come over, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm looking for the peppers to make myself a frittata. It's like, no, we had those. It's like, you had those? Like, okay, everything's gone. Said, let's just make a running list and go to the store every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's it. But, mushrooms, I love mushrooms. And I use portobellos in place of burgers.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of people do. So that's a perfect substitute if you are vegetarian. Like portobello mushrooms are absolutely beautiful. And they're meaty. Well, again, most people, a lot of vegetarians do use them in place of a burger. But another neat thing about mushrooms is I think they're nutritional benefits are often overlooked. We think of dark leafy greens with all of the nutritional benefits, but mushrooms are loaded with them. So first and foremost, 1 cup of mushrooms has only 25 calories, which I really like. Yeah.
Okay. Assuming you don't cook them in a whole lot of butter.
Well, of course, right. And they are actually the only vegetable in your produce section that have natural vitamin D. Right, so you can stay inside all summer. You can eat your mushrooms, and you'll get vitamin D. That's a really neat fact. And they also have potassium. 1 portobello mushroom has about the same amount of potassium as a medium banana.
Oh, wow.
And what I think is really cool about that, so as I've mentioned before on the show, I'm a big runner. I love running, and I write for Running Room magazine. So one of the recipes that I featured this month in Running Room is my cheddar stuffed saucy burger. But I use the blend and extend method, right? So I take my cremini mushrooms and I pulse them up in my food processor. Again, you can chop them by hand. And then I saute them with a little bit of balsamic and some herbs and so on. And then I combine them with my Ontario beef, form the patties, but then I stuff them with the Canadian cheddar, a hunk of cheddar, and grill them off and then make a sauce. But runners love potassium, or they like potassium, because it really helps with muscle crampness, right? So often at the end of a race, the one of the main reasons why they have bananas there is for the potassium. Potassium does many things for the human body, but for an athlete, it really helps with muscle crampness and soreness. So, instead of a banana, potentially you could go home and make the burger, but there was a little bit of method to my madness in the developing of that recipe. Mm-hmm.
So you're putting an actual whole hunk of cheddar, like a little
inside
a
of the
block
inside of the burger, right? So you just make your patty, and then I like to chill it, and then I cut a chunk of Canadian cheddar. You could use brie as well, and just put it in the middle, and then grill off the burger. And it's fabulous. Well, anytime this summer, burgers are actually one of my to
I
me,
know, I love a good burger.
Yeah, to me, nothing screams summertime like a juicy burger off the grill. But Father's Day is coming up, Canada Day, so a great way to incorporate more veggies into your grilling. And then with any leftovers, like if you have any leftover ground beef and mushroom mixture, you could use that in the Asian wraps that are really nice.
Lettuce wraps?
Yes, the Asian lettuce wraps. So they're really delicious. So you saute the ground beef and the mushrooms with some hoisin sauce, and then you put it in your little Boston lettuce cup. So it's a little bit of a lighter version. And then we're garnishing it with some grated carrot and some cashews. So you've got the crunch and the plant protein, and it's just a nice lighter version, I say, of a burger.
So what's your all-time favorite recipe with this blend and extend?
Well, there's
stuff?
a variety of recipes on blendandextend.ca, so I encourage all the listeners or viewers to visit the website. But my personal family favorites is the cheeseburger pizza. So I just love this one.
Hang on, a cheeseburger pizza. You're combining all sorts of wonderful things.
Yeah, cheeseburger pizza, and it's loaded with veggies. It's pizza, and it tastes just like a cheeseburger, and it really does taste like a cheeseburger. You can use a store-bought pizza crust, or you can make your own, and you're going to combine some barbecue sauce and pizza sauce, and you spread it out, and then you do your mushroom and ground Ontario beef mixture, and you spread it on top. You garnish it with some cheese, and then some other veggies, and you bake it off. And then when it comes out of the oven, you're going to garnish it with some chopped lettuce and then a sauce of mustard and mayonnaise, and you just drizzle it on top. And it's absolutely delicious. It has tons of flavor. Again, lots of servings of vegetables, and then all the nutrients of the Ontario beef, too, because Ontario beef, it's iron and protein.
I do a taco salad. Would that be something that would work with this? Because I'm thinking, like, if you also add in beans and
absolutely. So the taco salad is a family favorite as well. So if I do make the cheeseburger pizza, any leftover beef and mushroom mixture, we can use the following day in any of the recipes, or in the taco salad, which is my youngest son's favorite. And it's got avocado, sour cream, and again, additional
I'm getting hungry,
veggies.
Charmaine.
Yeah. But it's just a great way, as a mom, even if you're not a mom, everybody these days is looking to incorporate more fruits and veggies into their diet. We're all looking to eat closer to home, and this is just a great way to do it. Again, mushrooms are grown in Canada, which I don't think a lot of people are aware of that.
We spent about 20 years living very close to a mushroom farm.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I used to get to go down and just pick them from there. They
Yeah.
used to let the neighbors come in, because occasionally, every now and again, they would be re-fertilizing the area, and they would apologize for the odor. So
Right.
their payback was, no, you can have mushrooms from us anytime. It was a trade-off. Perfect. It was great. And so I knew, but cremini mushrooms are something that seem to have popped up. They seem to have appeared over the last few years.
Yeah, well, cremini mushrooms are basically just small portobello mushrooms.
Oh, is that what they are?
Mm-hmm. But, all mushrooms, even white button, they're just rich and delicious. Last week, I visited a mushroom farm, White Crest Mushroom Farm, out in the London area. It's a family-run mushroom farm. And another fact that I did not know about mushrooms, all mushrooms that are picked in Canada are picked by hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that, right? So they're picked. Well, they're picked with like a little cutting device,
like a scythe almost, yes.
But it's all done by hand, which I just thought was quite neat. And then some caring instructions for a mushroom. Obviously you don't want to buy the fresh mushrooms 3 or 4 weeks before you consume them. You want to buy them a day or two ahead of time. And you certainly don't want to soak them in water. You just want to give them a nice little wipe with a damp cloth. And then away you go. So they're very easy to care for. And you can keep them in your refrigerator in a brown paper bag, which is ideal.
Yeah, they always give you the option for a brown paper
Right.
bag there. Take that.
The loose mushrooms in the produce section, yes.
That's the way to do it. All right. Yummy. Thank you very much.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Yeah, so I encourage everyone to go to the website, blendandextend.ca, and plenty of recipes to incorporate Ontario beef and mushrooms into your day-to-day eating. Mm-hmm.
This is what she said. Stay with us.